Unbelievable! That is a dream goal!
They found it! They finally found the goal they were looking for!
What a finish that is! Do not scratch your eyes! This is really happening!
Two of our area's top teams are set to battle it out, and tonight some silverware is on the line. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Game in Frame presentation. We have a special one today, the EPSA Amateur Cup Final at Bryn Athyn College. Vereinigung Erzgebirge takes on Westchester United, who will get a new addition to the trophy cabinet. Let's find out together. Kickoff is just moments away. For those of you unfamiliar with our dear German club here in Philadelphia, I'm going to refer to them as VE, partially because it's easier, partially to save you from my lack of proficiency with the German language. But we are underway here at the campus of Bryn Athyn College. Westchester in white going from right to left, VE in green going from left to right. And as we said, some silverware is on the line. Has a little bit of a dodgy touch early on, but looks like Westchester's going to survive that. Floated ball over the top. And look at Westchester already making tracks down this right-hand side. A cut in, a hit with the left. It's a tame effort, but a first shot and a first save here early doors in this one. This is quickly becoming one of the most high-powered amateur soccer rivalries in our region. Top players on both squads have their respective teams constantly competing for championships and atop tables in whichever competitions they take part in. Westchester currently sits atop the APSL Delaware River Conference, 11-0 to start that campaign, by the way. VE unbeaten in the USLPA, which both of these squads actually take part in, as VE is sprinting down that left-hand side. And he got into the box, but that is where that move is going to cut short. And looks like Ridge Robinson was not happy with the amount of pressure he was put under there. The referee says we're going to play on, and here comes VE right back down that left-hand side. So I believe that's Justin Ruth, the Delaware Blue Hen, who was able to win his team a throw. Throw-in goes backwards. Looks like a cross is on the docket, headed clear by Weaver. It's floated into the box, but the goalkeeper says, "I'll take that, thank you very much." And Westchester looking for that longer ball, but settling for something a little shorter. That ball does trickle out for a throw-in eventually. Westchester's gotten the better of VE in cup competitions recently. They won 8-2 in the group stage of the Amateur Cup. Also topped VE in the EPSA Open Cup final last spring. That was Westchester's 4th straight cup double, by the way. That's impressive stuff. They're also the last club standing from our area in the U.S. Open Cup with their draw against Loudoun United FC, set for Tuesday. And ball over the top here looked a bit too long, and that will trickle all the way back to VE's goalkeeper. That's Ewan Goronsky for VE. He's a product of both Temple and Long Island universities. VE looking to just settle down in possession a bit. It's been a bit of a touch and go first half so far, though it must be said that VE have maybe just had the shade more possession in the danger zone. That's a really nice ball pinged over the top. Carter Houlihan, the Lafayette man, plays the ball into the box. There's a hit, and it's blocked in front. We're going to have our first corner of the match. Valentino Nice is just directing traffic in the box for Westchester. Looks like we're going to get the in-swinger from the lefty from VE. 2 hands up. Ball floated back post. Weaver wins the header, but can only put it out for another corner. Ruth's going to take it from this side. One hand up this time. Still back post. And it was actually met at the back post, but shot goes just wide. I think that was Nick Hazel, Lafayette Leopard, who got his foot to it, but couldn't steer it on frame. The semifinal for this competition went 2 totally different directions. Westchester on cruise control, 3 goals in the first 10 minutes and another before half, helped them on their way to a 7-1 win. VE's was a bit more dramatic. Philly Soccer Club was actually up 2-1 before VE stormed back with 3 unanswered goals for a 4-2 victory. So, must be said though, that was played several months ago. This competition initially supposed to be played in December. It was rescheduled to February, and what do you know, a little more snow got in the way, and here we are now in early March, finally seeing who's going to bring home the trophy. Long throwing into the box. It's initially won by Westchester, but not really clear. There's the hit, and that's tucked into the side netting. Early doors here, VE go up 1-0. That ball fell straight to Carter Houlihan's right foot, and he made no mistake. The Lafayette man having himself a really nice start to this match, and he puts the German club up 1-0. That ball's floated to the top. Hazel cuts it out. And if recent history is anything to go by, when these two teams meet up, you're going to get goals. Last matchup, Westchester United lost 5-3 to VE. That was in USLPA action. Westchester now looking to make a move. Coming down this right-hand side. Head picked up, a little layoff inside the box. There's a cutback, and there's another goal. My goodness, we're going to get whiplash here, folks. A second goal 2 minutes later, and the Predators level it up. You thought for sure Robinson was going to have a hit there, but very unselfishly lays that off. And it turned out to be the right move. Questions for offside go unanswered. And just as soon as we had a lead, we are back level. Well, if anyone wanted a boring final, you can tune out now. But for those of you who like seeing goals, I think you've come to the right place. And VE coming down this right-hand side, well defended there. Pressure did win the ball, but referee deems it a foul. And there's some young VE fans in that bottom right corner who weren't happy about that call. Working their way through the middle of the park now. Westchester just trying to steer it wide. What a touch that was to bring that ball down. A little bit of indecision there. Ends up trying to switch the play, but something to keep in mind as we play this game, folks. The wind is howling directly into the camera as you're seeing it. So those balls played in this direction are going to have a little bit more juice on them. And there's an attempted challenge, but referee doesn't want to hear it. Looks like Ricks was trying to find that switch ball, elected against it. So they'll go through the middle, and the VE defense too tight to do so. I'll drop back to Goronski, and Hazel will play out. Houlihan looks for Antonini. Antonini, good piece of hold-up play, and it looked like that one hit a hand, and it certainly did. Referee blows for that one. While we have a second, I want to remind everyone that today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free right now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. VE comfortable to just work this around the back. And Westchester under some pressure, but able to keep it. Mason Miller finds his release on that right-hand side. Well defended. Miller gets it right back. He goes infield to Asholi, and here comes Westchester again. Nice ball played in for Robinson. He's inside the box, tries to get it on his right foot, and he was eventually shepherded out of the box. He's back in it now, though, trying to get it out from under his feet. He does so. It falls inside the box. Can they get a hit off? They can, but it's directly at the goalkeeper, Gronsky. So, sigh of relief for VE. Bit of frustration for Westchester. Looking long for Antonini. And look at that, a little diving header back to the goalkeeper. Go backward to Nace, who finds Weaver. I'll go backwards and back infield to Miller. Asoli. Clipped wide to Ricks. Outside of the foot, pass ends up being just about right, and that ball's pinged across the field. A little too tall initially, but it was out of play. So we'll have a throw-in. While we have a second, I want to just remind you what's coming up on Game and Frame this weekend. We've got a full slate as always. Pancyprian Freedoms take on Vistula Garfield at 8 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. And that's in the APSL Metropolitan Conference. Then on Sunday, Philadelphia Soccer Club plays Lighthouse 1893 at 5:30 p.m. That's here in the Delaware River Conference in Philadelphia. Also on Sunday, we got APSL Met action. Zum Schneider take on New York Athletic Club. That's at 7:30, again in the APSL Metropolitan Conference. So a lot going on, as always, here on Game and Frame, your home for grassroots soccer here in the Northeast. Look at that ball laid off to Miller. It's infield to Ricks. Now they bounce it outside. Ball fizzed in low. Eventually cleared by Ruth, but no, it was already out of play, according to the official. Ball's bouncing around for Luke Thomas. And Thomas, I think, was fouled, and he was. And Looked like a little bit of extracurricular activity that the referee wasn't happy with, and he's got the yellow card out of his pocket. So, card shown. Looked like it was Chris Gomez on the receiving end of that booking. So he'll have to be careful. A lot of game left to play. Luke Thomas looks to be the man to take this one. In swinging left foot. Only 2 in the wall, probably thanks to that sharp angle. One hand up. Service inbound. VE wins the initial header. It's not really cleared, though. Strong tackle put in. And look at that ball flipped up. That's Ricks on the infield. He got his foot to it. No offsides, no foul. Ricks puts Westchester up 2-1. I actually thought he was beaten to that ball, but I was wrong. Ricks gets the final touch, turns it goalward. Goronski's not happy about something. But Westchester now up 2-1. Just 15 minutes in, we've got 3 goals already. And I wouldn't bet against a few more going in. Definitely before the end of the match, but even before the end of the half. Nick Hazel swings that ball around the back. That pass was a little loose. It was looking for Ruth, who did really well to come back and win that ball. He finds Antonini, the big man up front. I think that touch did carry over the end line. It did. VE win that throw-in, and they get it right back up towards Antonini, who has another good piece of hold-up play, but again, just drifted over that opposite sideline. So another throw-in for Westchester. And look at that ball played across. Is it going to sit? It almost did for Ricks, but Ricks... So the referees just warned Ricks there for taking the ball away from that VE player. That was Pat Murphy, who was trying to get that throw in off quick, and Ricks didn't quite let him. So no card issued, but I did hear him say final warning, so I don't expect much more leniency from the official on that kind of thing for the rest of this match. Not sure if you've seen the news about the World Cup this summer, but trying to crack down on that is FIFA for this summer's tournament. Only 5 to 10 seconds allowed to get the ball back in play, and if not, it's going to flip possession. So pretty harsh penalty for the pros, and there's not that's going to be officiated in this game, but interesting to note. Westchester now just trying to work their way up the field. Robinson, I think, smartly just kind of settling things down, and VE's press is just closing in here. They're able to beat the first level of it, as Amsbacher actually did get a turn on that, and they were able to keep it to John Austin Ricks, who just scored a goal not too long ago. And into the box goes Westchester. Nice service across. Ball is cleared. Looking for Antonini. Can't find him. Weaver tries to find his forward, but turns it back over. Antonini holding up again. He can't. Little pinball happening early on in this one. Soley heads back to Weaver. He'll ping it across to his fellow center back. Weaver gets it right back. Robinson wasn't happy with what he saw, so he goes back to Asoli, and he'll find Luca Malor down on that far side of the field. Miller sends it wide, and Ruth is basically winning every 50-50 ball that gets near him right now. He wins that one. Hazel plays wide to Murphy. Over the top, and what a ball that is. Weaver somehow gets there as he uses every bit of that 6-foot something frame. Looks like it's going to be throw in for Murphy. And we've seen him throw a long one in already. Murphy's directing traffic and unleashes the long toss. And that one was actually chested backwards. I don't think I've seen that before. A throw in that was chested back to the goalkeeper. But I guess any way you can get it done. Nice, just clips that one forward. Robinson couldn't get there, so Ruth's on it. Streaking down that left-hand side. Strong tackle put in, but it's only out for a corner. And neither of these teams lacking in height. Jake Weaver for Westchester. Antonini for VE. That ball's whipped in right at the goalkeeper. Punched clear by Nice. And it's not quite cleared as far as he'd like it because Murphy's on it. Tried to whip in a cross. He'll get another chance at it, looks like, but instead he's going to go backwards to Hazel. And VE will just try to settle things down. Try to work another chance the old-fashioned way. Pass was a bit misplaced, so with 20 minutes gone, Westchester will take the throw-in with their 1-goal lead. And Hazel goes down there, and it looked like the referee wanted to play advantage, but instead just pulls it back for the foul. And I think VE wants to pump another one into the box, so Murphy's just going to give it a quick second. Just one in front of this ball, and Murphy clears that. Antonini wins the first header. It's bouncing in the box. A second header. Antonini wins a third header. A fourth header is on frame but saved by Valentine Nice. So 4 headers from VE inside the box. Shot did get on goal, but nice save from the goalkeeper. Denies them for now. Corner kick for VE. Pressure just ratcheting up a little bit on Westchester. Two hands up. Far post whipped. Nice gets a hand to it, and he's going to win a foul there as well, as he was knocked down inside the 6 there, and referee does call the foul. Nice goes short. And then Malor goes long. And Robinson is there and gets the header first. Does he have the speed to get away? It's still in. He's in the box, and it's cleared behind for a corner for Westchester. So good recovery from the VE defender out there, but Ridge still able to win his header. Or excuse me, win the corner. And referee's not happy about something. I'm not sure what. So he stopped the play as someone who wears contacts himself. I'm thinking Jake Weaver might be having a contact issue. They're just checking out his eye, it looked like, but it looks like he's okay. And corner whipped in now. That is inside the 6. It's a header straight down. It's bouncing around, and it goes in off of somebody. I'm not sure who. I'm not sure who we can credit that goal to, but goal for Westchester. Some pinball inside the 6 goes the way of the white shirts, and they take a 3-1 lead. So with 20 minutes remaining in this first half, our 4th goal has gone in. And VE now find themselves with a 2-goal hole to dig out of. Antonini is looking to cut into that deficit right now. And it fell to Nice. And, Nice actually dropped that ball. And it fell to a VE player, but almost took him by surprise. And it just rolled over the end line. So exhale for Westchester and maybe a chance gone for VE. I think that was Kevin Smolin who was making that near post run. And again, I don't think he thought Nice would let it hit the floor. And that ball does get out wide for Westchester. They tried to go even wider. Couldn't do so. Aiden Watkins got his foot to it. And that ball was pinged forward looking for Ruth, but a little bit too much mustard on that one. And it'll be a throw in for Westchester. And they'll go backwards all the way to Nice, actually, who didn't play a convincing pass, but did get it to his player who was able to return it to him so he could hoof it clear. And Robinson clips that one forward. What a ball that is. Little chip. Is it on frame? No. Inches over the bar. And I thought for sure the deficit was going to be 3. But a firm bounce takes it over the bar. And VE still down just 2. What a ball that was over the top by Robinson. And it looked like Asoli hit the deck, and referee says he was fouled. Owen Slack plays that one short. They're going to go down this right-hand side by way of Luke Thomas. Malore swings to Weaver. Nice is under some pressure here from Antonini, so he dumps it long, and VE's going to win the ball back. Ruth is on that ball, and the referee was just waiting for an advantage there and saw none, so he pulls it back. I think Ruth thinks it's a throw-in, but I think he's playing the free kick. The referee not happy with both of the players, it looks like. It looks like Antonini and Miller are both getting called over for a quick word. I think Antonini's saying, I was fouled. I don't know why what you want to say to me, but referee just telling the players play will get underway with his whistle. Looks like 2 players going to be in this wall for Westchester. And worth noting, it looks like there's a player kind of unmarked at this back post for VE. Referee, again, just having a word, again, with Antonini. And whoever is marking Antonini. And we are underway. Here comes the set piece. Whipped in back post. The body hits the floor. A header goes on. Hits the frame. Referee says there was a foul somewhere in there. And inches away from Antonini leveling it. I guess it wouldn't have counted given how quickly that whistle came off. But it's like nobody really happy with the outcome there. It's like Houlihan runs his man off the ball and able to get possession. Houlihan trying to rally the troops. It looked like Houlihan was just, I don't know if he was yelling at his team or the referee, but it was definitely in the direction of the referee. So just have to be a little careful because most referees don't like being yelled at in my experience. And Westchester pounce on that loose ball. Slack gets his head up. And he's looking for Robinson, who he finds. Ball fizzed in low, but well defended by Hazel inside the box. It looks like he might limp in just a touch. Hope he's all right, but good defending either way. Backwards to Weaver. He'll go all the way back to Nyson. Looks like they're happy to just play short. But this VE press has caused a couple of headaches at the back so far. Nothing that Westchester's lived to regret just yet, but doesn't look too far away from becoming a problem as Robinson now is flirting with the edge of this penalty area. He's inside of it now, and looks like he wanted to cut back there. He just hit it against the VE player, and it goes out for a corner. And the referee, so I mean, Houlihan was screaming at the referee a few minutes ago. I think maybe the ref was just saying enough's enough and gave him a yellow for dissent there. So I think it's going to be Thomas who takes this corner for Westchester. A lot of bodies inside that 6 box. Far post, won by VE, still in the box. Ricks had it but lost it. Thomas tries to cross it. It gets clipped, but it actually falls for the player. Oh, my goodness. That was a really nice hit. And I got to be honest, Goronski made that look very easy. And I don't think it was. That looked like it was top bins and he held it. Ruth is now coming the other way. Poked away by one of those Westchester defenders. And, man, just end-to-end stuff in this first half. From a neutral perspective, really, really exciting watch. And got a little less than 15 minutes left to go. Hazel just goes backwards to Goronski there. And Murphy is going to fizz that ball in behind, looking for Houlihan. He doesn't get there. Murphy puts it under pressure, and Westchester survived for now. Ball pings off. VE get it right back. Houlihan got to be careful with that newfound yellow he's been given. Murphy couldn't find a teammate, so he's rushing to try and recover. Ridge tried to play Slack in behind. Couldn't find him. And there's a little bit of a risky back pass there. Goronski was alert to it, though, and he ends up going to clear it, and then Westchester is awarded a free kick for a foul on Ricks, who went up to try and win that header. Malore sends it wide right. He'll get it right back kind of by accident, but he makes good on that second chance, and it eventually finds its way out to Ricks. Scully, who lays it back, and good tackle won by a second tackle won by the VE players. Tackles flying in now from both teams. Referee says no foul, and my goodness, just bodies hitting the floor all over the place. Around the corner for Westchester, and Hazel wins it back. Kind of floated forward for Antonini. I think that one might be drifting out of play, and it does. About 10 minutes remaining of the first 45. Stoppage time not included in that, so we'll wait and see how much extra soccer we get to see here in this first half. Might be a fair bit considering all the goals we've had. And Westchester get under possession. And here they come the other way. Looked like that was actually a shot from way back. And that was pretty funny. Slack just looked over to the bench as if to say sorry about that. As Robinson was streaking away. Might have been offside, though. Tough to tell from up here. Long ball played over the top looking for Antonini, and it had a really nice weight to it. Antonini gets there, chips the goalkeeper. Is it on frame? No, just wide. Inches away from a second goal for VE. Antonini seemingly creating that out of nowhere. And I think the Westchester players are kind of looking at each other as if to say, not sure what we could have done about that. Doesn't help that Antonini's big, strong forward. I don't think Jake Weaver's used to looking eye to eye with a lot of people, but he probably is with Mr. Antonini. And nice drills that one towards midfield. It falls to Slack, who chips it over the top really nicely, actually, for Amsbacher. And he's a little short on options, it must be said, down this right-hand side. He'll try to create something. Hazel picks his pocket. Although, it's back into the box for Westchester. Amsbacher gets it back. Goes inside to Slack. Slack chips it up looking for Robinson. That was actually pretty well played, must be said, by Josh Urassis, who let it bounce up to him so he could clear it. Antonini wins the header, but nobody home. Westchester coming the other way. Thomas couldn't get it under control, so it will trickle back to Goronsky. And Weaver will cut that one out, but VE get it back. Murphy gets it forward, and Antonini goes down. He'll win the free kick. Houlihan coming inside, looking for Ruth. Couldn't find him. Back the other way comes Westchester. Slack fires wide into a little bit more room to operate. Ruth hunting the Westchester player down, couldn't get there. Robinson scanning for options, can't find any. Wins a throw-in. I'm not sure if you guys picked that up on the microphone, but that was Blaze, the skipper for Westchester, telling his own player to get up, I'm pretty sure. So, for anyone thinking that just because it's an amateur competition doesn't mean that the coaches aren't tough on these guys, see Exhibit A. Weaver goes all the way back to Nice, who I think wasn't comfortable going short. He does pretty well to find his midfielder, but Ricks lost out to Pat Murphy. Murphy finds Antonini's feet, and he's going to find Murphy right back down this right-hand side. Murphy goes down, and Weaver gives away the free kick in a dangerous spot, and down goes a Westchester player. Murphy having some words with him. And Ricks is wagging his finger, which he wasn't even involved. So lots to unpack here for the referee. So 2 yellow cards shown. Looks like Murphy for the retaliation, and I think that first one was shown to Mason Miller for the initial tackle. So after all said and done, it's still going to be a VE free kick in a pretty dangerous spot. Probably not one that will go on frame, but certainly one to fizz into the mixer. Again, 5 minutes left to play of the 45. Certainly going to have a little bit more because this is more stoppage time that should be tacked on. Another left-footed in-swinging service. Inbound for VE, 2 hands up. Clipped far post. That one went in. It might have been direct from the free kick. I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter. VE have cut that deficit in half. We're running out of fingers here in Bryn Athyn. Your score, Westchester 3, VE 2. A goal Arsenal would be proud of. A set piece with a mob of players inside the 6. And it's turned home. And crucially now, just 1 goal in it. Five goals in 40 minutes in this match, and honestly, with the track record of these teams, you'd expect nothing less entertaining. And look, here comes Westchester the other way. Slack tried to find a return ball, but nobody home. Goronski will pick that up. And a defensive record I'm sure the coaches won't be thrilled with, but from the neutral perspective, I'll take 5 goals in every half that we get to watch here on Game and Frame. So VE now just under a bit of pressure. Ricks is on this return ball down this left-hand side. Picks his head up, fires a cross in, and really calmly dealt with at the back there. That was nicely done by VE. Although that one's turned over to Ricks. Ricks is in the box. Ricks has a hit over the bar. But another sighted goal for the man who's already got 1 goal in this match. Goronski's goal kick was thumped back towards him, but no problem. Plays that out short, and it finds its way over here to Hazel. Hazel zips it back across to his fellow center back, and He's a little short on options. He's going to try that crossfield ball. Ricks is going to win the header. And Hazel cleans that mess up, and Weaver puts it out of play. Man, you know Murphy's got a long throw in when there's nobody within 25 yards of him when he takes it. Westchester just win that 50-50 ball, but Murphy turns it over. Westchester with some numbers coming the other way. I think that pass was either tipped or just mishit because it's scything out towards the right. It was just mishit because the referee says it was out of play before that second touch came to keep it in. So we are now in the 45th minute. And VE player goes down in a heap, and the referee is not interested. So here comes Westchester the other way. Robinson stands his man up, lays it off to Thomas. It's over to Slack. Goes infield. I think it's back to Thomas. VE, I think, cleans it up. They did, or at least cleared it. The other way it comes. Here's Ricks. Try to just, I think, touch that around Houlihan. Houlihan was having none of it. Slack goes wide. Miller finds Slack. He goes back to Weaver. Weaver, man, under a lot of pressure, does pretty well there to avoid Antonini, and it'll come the other way. Ball clipped in over the top. That finds Thomas. Hazel does well to stand him up, but Thomas is able to keep it. Hazel just, again, does a nice job just to keep Thomas in front of him. And VE's going to get this ball back under their spell. They go all the way back to Goronski, who I think is just, he just lumps it towards Antonini. Not a bad strategy considering Antonini's height. And now Ruth's running at their back line down that left-hand side. He's got a player in field. Oh, Weaver cut that out. Not sure how he got there. Thought that was destined to find Antonini's foot. And there's no Westchester players around, which is probably the first time I've said that all game. Ruth going to whip across it. That's a really nice ball, but he couldn't beat Malora at the front post. Hazel comes up to challenge Robinson, who keeps it for now, does find Ricks. And Ricks tries the Techers. Doesn't work for him. Houlihan tries to find Anthony. I think he was actually trying to slot that ball in behind for the oncoming runner, but didn't quite work out. I think he was looking for Bobby Hennessy on that run towards the corner flag, but couldn't pick him out. We are now 2 minutes into stoppage time, and it doesn't look like the referee's interested in blowing for it quite yet. So Murphy's going to get the chance to at least throw this ball in. And my goodness, look at that throw. Antonini was kind of shepherded away. A couple of shots for handball, and referee says that will do it for the first half. But short on goals, we were not. Your score at the half: Westchester 3, VE 2. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming up in just a few minutes.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal. For 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish. Flights, hotels, transportation, and will ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all that organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back to EPSA Amateur Cup. If you missed that first half, I genuinely do feel sorry for you because you missed 5 goals. And referees just making sure that the referees getting the lights sorted out. And VE's starting off nice and quick here. There goes Ruth. And referees upset with the children on the side of the pitch there. We're back underway. Robinson's gonna thump that one into the night sky, and it's not a bad look as that ball was headed back to Goronsky, and Goronsky gratefully picks it up. That was Murphy that used his head to nice effect, and then going the other way, he's found Antonini, who gets his body in front of it. Weaver and Antonini going at it. Antonini's pocket is picked, and they'll live to fight another day as Westchester come back the other way. And we're picking up this second half just like we ended the first half. End-to-end stuff. Offside flag does go up on that move, though. And it's going to be VE goal kick. And I want to remind everyone, today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free right now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. Referee not quite happy with the restart there. We'll try that again. Referee still not happy with the restart. And now we're in play. Here's Antonini. Or excuse me, Hazel, who goes back to Goronsky and comes back out the other way to Urasits. And Chris Gomez goes infield to Ruth, who not sure if he's permanently back this far or just came back to get on the ball. And just as I say, he takes a little bit more of an advanced position. Hazel goes wide to Houlihan, who is on a yellow. One of the several players who found the referee's book in that first half. A couple of own goals, one for each team in that first half. Luke Thomas on the score sheet as well as the VE players who managed to get on the board as that ball is whipped into the box. It's bouncing around. Thomas does clear. And it's a foot race to get on the end of this one. And nice little move there by Aiden Watkins, who was shoved over there by the Westchester player. Free kick given. Gomez on the ball now. Here's Ruth. Hazel over the top. That ball's cleared. And it'll be a throw in for VE in a dangerous spot. And I'm going to bet that Pat Murphy's going to take this one because he can throw it a country mile. And as I say, there are no VE shirts anywhere near him. So here comes that long throw in. Looks like Houlihan's the man at the near post. He hit somebody. It looks like it bounced back out. And VE's going to win that back. So let's re-rack that long throw. Looks like the game plan is to try and hit Houlihan at that front post. And just see if he can flick one on. That one's actually gone over him. And it's fallen to Hazel, who gets it goalward. And there's the equalizer! Just minutes into the second half, we are back level with a score, if you can believe it, of 3-3. The EPSA Amateur Cup is turning out to be one of the most entertaining matches we've had here on Game and Frame all season. Your score, VE 3, Westchester 3. 5 minutes into that second half. That is all it took for VE to get the leveler. Goal after goal after goal. Again, something coaches might not love, but from a neutral perspective, you can't really ask for much more. And here comes Westchester down the other side. Here's Slack. Slack tried to play a little deked pass, and the VE man, I think it was Murphy, just put his foot through it. Good attempt by Thomas to try and keep that one in play. He didn't quite keep it. Looked like August Axman won that header according to the referee. And here's Malore. Malore swings back to Weaver. Weaver finds Ricks. Ricks goes forward to Amspacher, and Ruth's trying to split the middle, and he says he was clipped. The referee didn't want to hear it. Malort goes into Weaver, who goes back to Nice, who splits the difference, and touch was a bit heavy. And Westchester just playing their way out. Axman looks to switch. It's a good ball. Back to Ricks. Clips forward to Slack. Slack goes over the top looking for Robinson. Can he get on the end of it? He gets the touch first, takes him away from goal. He's inside the box. Back to goal. Now he spins around, gets his front to goal. He goes down, and Ridge was, I think, mad that he got tackled, so he just kind of hoofed the ball. And I think he's given him the same warning he gave the VE player in that first half, which is just no more tossing the ball away. And if it was anything like the VE players, it's probably that was your last warning. So Antonini wins the header. How many times have I said that tonight between Weaver and Antonini? This ball's clipped forward for Ruth. It's a foot race between Axman and Ruth wins it. Ruth cuts him back. He's in the box now, feeds one into Antonini, but that one's cut out, but turned right back over to Gomez. Gomez gets it infield, a little bob and weaving in the middle of the park. Eventually, Slack comes away with it. Slack turns it over. A little bit unsettled all of a sudden. It looks like VE's trying to just pull back on those reins and get a handle on this game again. Gomez goes back to Goronsky. And they'll pass over to Hazel. Comes back into Urasitz and goes long. It's a really nice ball. I think that was Bobby Hennessy that tried to get there. He was beaten to it by Malort. I think that one's a throw in the very, very corner, but it is a throw-in. Ruth goes backward. Urasitz finds Hazel. Look at this move from that right-hand side. Cuts in. I think he was trying to pass that ball. Was Houlihan, but it was last touched, according to the referee, by a Westchester player. So I think a corner, yeah, it is a corner, is on the cards. As that one goes back to Gomez. Gomez clips it back post. What a ball it was. Cleared. Oh, it's offside. Offside the call. And man, that was a really good chance. Nice ball by Gomez, who whipped that one in towards that back post. I'm not sure who that was. It was Houlihan or Hennessy who was camped under that ball. Must have been behind that last defender. So Westchester gets the chance to exhale. Here comes Westchester. Slack is working his way towards the penalty area. He's turned around, but he's able to flip one back in. Out of the box comes the Westchester player, and he loses out, and they find Ruth on this far side. Touch takes him towards this near sideline as we're looking at it. And Ruth is still going somehow. Finds Hennessy down this left-hand side. Antonini's right behind him, looking for a little overlap. Antonini kind of tackled him, but it worked out. Hennessy drills it in the box. It's cleared by Ricks, who's that far side defender, mind you. So heads up defending by him. I think that VE player's offside, so Gomez has to chase this one. He whips one inside. It hits the VE player in the box, and Houlihan's on it. Breathless stuff here on VE's part, just trying to work a chance. Worth noting, a couple of players warming up on that VE bench. Not sure if that's an imminent substitution or they're just trying to stay warm. Again, very, very chilly evening here at Bryn Athyn. Ricks clears that one to Ridge, but Ridge couldn't keep it. Ridge plays that one out. Harris plays Gomez, who finds Ruth with a little dipsy-do on the turn, but Axman says he was fouled according to the referee. And Ruth puts his hands up to say, I don't know what I could have done there. And this one's clipped over the top. Gomez. Westchester gets it under their spell. Hennessy wins it back for VE. He finds Ruth. Really nice ball played around the corner. Ruth streaking down this left side. He's inside of the penalty area now. He tried the low cross, but he's pinged it right off of a VE defender. That was Malor, who was able to clean up his own scraps. Slack plays it back towards Thomas. Thomas is going to look the other side. And I think Asholi, yeah, he did let that one through on purpose. And down goes a Westchester player, and he'll win the free kick. That ball goes into the box. VE player, I think it was Murphy, goes down. So free kick for VE. And it looks like our first substitution of the match is inbound. And into this match comes the Westchester substitute. Can't quite make out who that is just yet. I'll get that info to you as soon as I can. Ascoli has made his way off the pitch. And in his stead comes Amit Bogle. Bogle, I believe, slotting in at center back. So some reshuffling probably needed on the part of Westchester. Luca Malor looks like he's moved into a holding mid role for the boys in the white shirts, and looks like Mason Miller is going to go into the book. And I think that's his second yellow. That's his second yellow. Mason Miller has just been sent off about an hour into this match. Mason Miller is given a second yellow. And that has completely changed this match. So, a little unfortunate for Westchester, who just made substitutes. So you don't really know how much tactical maneuverability Blaze has on that sideline now that he's made those substitutions. Not sure exactly how that is going to affect his plan going forward. But VE now, you could argue, in the driver's seat after being down 2 goals. Because with the tie game and the extra man, and remember, this would go to extra time if it were to finish the 90 minutes level. And referee blows that one for dangerous play. 30 minutes left to play in this Amateur Cup final. VE just working that one around the back. And this one falls to Hennessy, who's working his way in field, and a little Cruyff turn there. It works to great effect and couldn't get it out past that third Westchester challenger, but VE does keep possession. Interesting to see what they do tactically. It looks like Westchester's almost sitting in like a 4, it's almost like a 4-3-2 right now. So we'll see how that shakes out. Offside the call from the far side linesman there. Nice, clears that one forward. Header one, Antonini wins a second. Ruth trying to run onto it. Axman is the man that cleared it. I think that hit Ruth on its way out. And this one actually falls to Robinson, who's on it in some space. He plays wide. Across goes Malore. Inside to Thomas. Thomas at the top of the box. He has a hit. It's blocked in front, but it looks like it's going to fall to Malore, who had a hit. Look, maybe, I don't know if it was blocked or if he didn't catch it quite right, but it didn't make it all the way to the line. Goronsky actually had to come out and pick that one up. So Antonini's just doing some hold-up play here. And VE now with a little more space to operate. Play Hennessy in behind. Good tackle from Weaver. They go inside to Slack, who looks out this wide side to Thomas. Thomas scanning for options, and let's go back to Luca Malore, who swings wide. Bounced out, and a hit from distance was a little bit misjudged. And finally able to confirm that substitute there is Carter Burris for Westchester. He was the man that just hit that one over the bar there. All of a sudden with a lot more time to operate since that red card. Burris kind of got caught pressing a little high, and VE able to exploit that space that he's left. Luckily, his legs are fresh, so he's right back into position. Around the corner for Antonini. Antonini's in a little bit of space. Picks his head up. Cross comes in low, and it's headed away, but only for a corner. So Ruth's going to take this corner in the... Oh, nope. I spoke too soon. They're going to take the corner from the opposite side. So it'll be Gomez to take it instead of Ruth. So left-footed in-swinger here. Floated towards that back post again. And somebody won a header in there. I think it was Ricks. It was. So VE corner again. Now Ruth's going to get a chance to take the corner in front of the kiddos in this near side. Interesting lineup here from VE. One player right near the goalkeeper, and then the rest of them stacked up behind the penalty spot. That one's whipped in towards that back post, and Ricks actually very smartly just lets that one ride all the way through to a goal kick. So crisis averted for now. Nice wants to play this one long, so he advances the troops. That one's pinged forward towards Slack, who I think won that header and gave it back to Thomas. Thomas goes down. Referee says nothing doing. So Antonini's going to run at goal. Weaver got a tackle in, but wasn't able to win it. And on the second time of asking, he does win it for now. He needed a little bit of help from his teammate, but he got it. And here's Burris coming down this left-hand side. Again, a little short on options forward until the run of Ricks gave him an option, and that allowed him to find a little bit more space. He'll go backwards to Bogle, who was really feeling the pressure from Ruth. And VE is able to throw that one in quickly. Here's Hennessy towards the end line, has a hit. It's actually, it deflected, and he was able to put that out for a corner. It was Bogle. So one of those balls where you're not really sure where it's going to end up, but it trickles out rather harmlessly for a corner. Again, this is Gomez to whip it in. Another dangerous corner. It's bouncing around inside the box again. It's out here to Murphy. Murphy was under some pressure, was able to get that one back out to Urasits, and that one's turned over, actually, in a pretty dangerous spot, it must be said. Coming the other way is Westchester. Ball's fizzed across. Hazel able to clear it, but it falls to Ricks, who has a hit. He's got one already, but wasn't able to steer it goalward. More substitutes coming in. And looks like August Axman is exiting this match. In his place comes Lucia Donzo, who will take up that right mid slot. And just a little bit of reshuffling too. So it looks like Ricks has come over to Donzo's side. And Goronski's going to answer by pushing his troops toward the middle of the field. Bruce flips that one to Antonini, who Donzo, I guess Donzo was called for dangerous play there. I'm not really sure. It didn't look like there was a lot of contact. Maybe just some dangerous play called there, and with the high boot. And look at that. I think that was Malor who came all the way up from holding mid to get a foot on that. And he'll throw into Robinson. Robinson gets his head up to look for Donzo. He's got Donzo running at his man. He's inside the penalty area now. Cuts back on his left. He tries to have a hit. It's blocked. Donzo still got it somehow. Eventually cleared by VE. Donzo goes over in a heap. Malor wins the tackle. How to play. Westchester throwing. And Antonini tried to bring that one down, couldn't keep it. Westchester will go backwards to Nice. They've got Bogle to his right. Bogle fizzes one over to Malor, who flips that one forward to Burris, who leans into his defender and beats him. Ridge Robinson on his left foot, gets it back to his right, lays it off. Here's the hit, blocked in front. Second time Vasky Goronski makes two saves on the bounce. I think one came off his head. A third save from Goronski. The fourth is offside. The fourth is offside. Goronski, my goodness. What a run of play from the VE goalkeeper. That was incredible. Save after save after save. And he's rewarded with a bit of luck that that last player was rolled offside. I think one of those shots actually came off of his face. Any way you can get it done in between the sticks. And Goronski has kept this game level. Referee's just giving him a second to get his bearings. What a sequence of saves from Goronski. My goodness. Well, if VE find a way to win this one, we might look back at that moment as a very, very crucial one. Goronski hits it forward, shouts for a foul, go unanswered. Murphy finds his player. Now VE have numbers forward. They go long. It's infield to Antonini. Antonini's touch is just a bit heavy. Nice able to pounce on it. Nice plays out wide to Burris. Burris puts a foot on it and goes backwards. Back infield for VE, and the VE man goes down. Like Westchester wanted an overlapping run there, did Ricks, and Burris kind of beat him to it. Burris under some pressure. He goes back to Bogle. Bogle swings it over to Weaver. Looks like VE's got a substitute readying to come on. Donzo had a hit from distance. It had some venom, but blocked almost as soon as it left his foot. In here to Hennessy. Hennessy still going. And it looked like he wanted a slide tackle there and did not get any ball. And he will be shown a yellow. While we have a second, I want to tell you about what's coming up here on Game in Frame. Tomorrow evening, we have Pan Cyprian Freedoms taking on Vistula Garfield at 8 o'clock. That's in the APSL Metropolitan Conference. Then on Sunday, got a doubleheader for you. Philadelphia Soccer Club takes on Lighthouse 1893. That's at 5:30 p.m. That's in the APSL Delaware River Conference here in Philadelphia. Then in New York, we will be showing 7:30 p.m. APSL Metropolitan Conference action. Zum Schneider takes on New York Athletic Club. So, a lot going on as always here on Game and Frame, your home for grassroots soccer here in the Northeast. As I was babbling there, Alonso Rodriguez is on for VE. And this ball, a little bit of trouble for Westchester, but able to handle it, and they'll advance up the pitch. Slack fizzes that one over, and I think VE player actually did get a touch on that. That was Connor Budniak who got the touch, but Donzo was able to find Ridge, who wisely keeps his foot down. And Rodriguez is doing battle with Malor. Looks like referee saying all is fair in love and war. They'll play on. Burris. Bit of a heavy touch there. Hazel comes across, and Hazel hits the deck. Referee not interested in a free kick. It's going to be a corner for Westchester. So 3-3 with less than 15 minutes remaining of the 90, not including stoppage time. A reminder, if we are level after the 90, we will go to extra time. There is no golden goal. We will play 30 minutes of extra time. If we are still level, we're going to have a penalty shootout to determine the winner of the EPSA Amateur Cup. So, as if I need to say it, don't go anywhere, folks. Left-footed in-swinger coming from Westchester. Floated ball towards that back post. VE player won it. Can they keep it in? They can for now. And that is played out into touch. So, let's see if Westchester's got a long throw-in of their own. Looks like Ricks is going to try his hand at the Pat Murphy. And he does so, but he can't beat that first man. So Rodriguez will get it, and Rodriguez fights off one challenger, and he's got a Westchester man hanging all over him. So he plays backwards. Antonini will get it after the advance ball. Rodriguez on it again. Rodriguez trying to spin out of the trouble, and Burris wins that challenge as Ricks will throw it in. Credit to Westchester, who, after going down a man, have been able to kind of just see off several of these VE challenges. Here comes Burris. Gets it onto his right foot. Cuts it back to his left. Turns it over. VE player goes down. And reaching to the pocket for a second. I think maybe the linesman might have had a word with him. It looked like he was going for a yellow there, but decided against it. Antonini chests that one back, and Jake Weaver wins it. And look at that spin-off by Robinson. Can he get there? He goes down and wins a free kick. Robinson, I think, just having a few words with the referee there. And well, look at this through ball played short. Goronski, that's really good goalkeeping from Goronski, just being alert to that ball that I don't think his defenders were. He's trying to play long to Hennessy. Hennessy loses out, but VE come up with the ball at least temporarily. Only temporarily, though. Slack's got it. Slack's looking long to Donzo, but Ruth's back to defend. Play that one back. Hennessy gets it and fires wide to Budniak, who's dipping inside and still going. Has a hit from distance. Bogle blocks it. Work's not done yet. Budniak's still chasing it, and Bogle does eventually clear it for a throw. Throw-in goes backwards to Hazel. Hazel finds his center back companion in Gabe Dwyer, who I think came on as a substitute not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken. And a ball into the box here for VE. Westchester able to clear it before it goes out for a corner. And actually, Donzo's able to get on it. So credit to him for working all the way back and playing a really nice ball out to Burris. And actually hit him right in stride. So Burris is still going with some space. Picks his head up. Oh, tried to go infield to Malore, and Malore wasn't on. Dwyer looking for Antonini. Doesn't find him. Robinson gets it, and he goes backwards. I think Antonini's just asking for a little bit of help when they skip that first line like they just did with that pass. Wind picking up a bit now, and Bernathen getting a little chilly. Players don't seem to mind, though. That ball's clipped into Robinson, who did pretty well considering the pass was about knee height. Ricks has a hit. It's blocked in front. And Ricks and Hazel kind of cancel each other out, and he's able to clear it. Burris gets it under his spell, and he's going to run right back at Rodriguez. And Robinson ducks away from a challenge or two. Now he's into the box, and a tackle that needed to win the ball from VE, and it certainly did. So corner kick inbound for Westchester as we are now into the 83rd minute. The question now is, how are those legs of Westchester going to hold up? It's been about 25 minutes since that sending off. They've been doing extra running. Ball's whipped in. It's a really nice ball. It's kind of pinged off of a couple heads inside the 6. Eventually, it's kind of cleared straight up. Donzo goes down. Westchester's on it. There's a hit. Oh, it's wide. It looks like Goronski was comfortable with it, but it looks like it was deflected. We were being told it's a corner now. So, fortunately for Goronski, must not have known that because he could have gotten there. Probably just thought that was going out for a goal kick. But now, Thomas is going to try and cause some problems. '84th minute. Ball chipped towards that far post. Headed clear at the second time of asking by VE, if not necessarily the first. And now, Hennessy's got some room to roam. And there goes Burris. Hennessy gets in front of him. He's a little bit lacking in support. There's a cutting through ball. On towards the goalkeeper, makes a great save. Valentine Nice was able to get in front of that. Good goalkeeping, and I think he paid for that one. Looks a little shaken up, but what a save that was. Goronski with 3 or 4 at the other end, and now add Nice to the tally, who somehow able to keep that out. About 5 minutes remaining of the 90. And VE about to whip in this corner. I'm not sure that was hit right at that front man for Westchester, but VE's going to keep the ball. Clipped far post. Shouts for offsides going to answer. Gabe Dwyer heads it behind for Ruth. Ruth has a hit. Oh, just over the bar. That had some venom on it for Ruth. Antonini upset because he's just saying a fizzed ball there across probably gets bumbled home, if nothing else. Certainly seen plenty of those goals in this game. But as it stands, we stay level with 5 minutes remaining of the 90. Rodriguez wins that first header, so VE have to keep it in. And it looks like Weaver went down. And so there's a debate being waged down on the field here. So Westchester saying Weaver was hit in the head, and the VE players, and I think the referee agreeing with them, saying he put his head down into the danger zone to go win that header. So some concern for looks like Weaver's okay, which is a good sign. And interesting to see what the referee's going to do about the restart here, because that was blown dead for just to check that Weaver was okay. So PE get this ball back rolling and going to try their luck down that right-hand side. Round the corner to Antonini, who being shepherded by Weaver. Weaver makes the tackle, but only puts it out. And here comes Westchester the other way. Burris out to Ricks. Ricks making some headway down this right-hand side. He's into the box now on his left foot. The ball actually came off a VE player. Malor decides to put his foot on it and keep it in play. And Hazel bumbles him over, and he'll get a free kick there. And we are now firmly in the territory where a goal probably wins it. 89th minute. And if you're Westchester, this is exactly what you want to see, because being down a man, this free kick in a dangerous spot, it's probably all you need to win this one if you're able to find some twine. Goronsky just setting his wall up. Here comes the ball. Wow, what some whip on that one. Goronsky spills it, but he's able to get his hand back on it. That was touch and go there for a little while, but able to get his hands on it. That ball's clipped over the top. I think that would have, a little too much mustard on that clearance. So tick, 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 tick. We are in the 90th minute. Again, probably a fair whack of stoppage time to play. Injuries, goals, and the like. And a strong tackle, but I think one that won the ball. So just a throw in over on that far side. A reminder, if the referee decides enough's enough for this 90 minutes, we will go to 30 minutes of extra time. If that's not enough, we'll go to penalties. And you got to believe at this point, Westchester would be happy to roll the dice with the Pens, given they are a man down. In fairness to the lads in white, they haven't really looked a man down. Able to make a couple of attacking forays, and so far able to see off the danger, but legs likely getting heavier by the second. Robinson doing battle with Dwyer and winning. Owen Slack finds Donzo up the middle, but Goronski's wise to it and is able to come up and get it. And yeah, I think they're just, not sure if you guys could hear that. The referee was just giving the goalkeeper a time count. Remember, if the goalkeeper hangs on for it too long, the other team's awarded a corner now. Very new rule. For those of you who aren't up to date with the FIFA regulations. Throw in for Westchester over the top. Robinson goes back to Slack. He's got some space at the top of the box. He has a hit just over the bar. And VE take a sigh of relief. Again, not sure how much stoppage time. Well, we are into almost the 93rd minute now. Again, there was a fair bit of stoppage time in this half. And that one is played out. So VE, see if they can't put an exclamation point on this second half. And Slack goes down. And it looked like Hennessy was too fond of that, because it's given Westchester a crucial free kick here when they were in a bit of danger. And look at this. It looks like Westchester's going to roll the dice for a last second. I was going to say set piece. It might be a little bit of a stretch to call this a set piece. More like a thump and hope. But now VE have a chance to go the other way. Goronski throws out to Budniak. It's being closed down by Donzo. He goes back to Ruth. Ruth pointing upfield. He's trying to find a green shirt. Can't do so. Burris gets on it. Now he's got some space going the other way. We're ending as we finished. End-to-end stuff. Couple of step overs. Malor in this back right corner here. Whips one in, but nobody home except for Goronski. A check of the watch from the referee. Happy to let play continue, at least for a little while longer. Hazel making his way up the field. He goes out to Ruth. Ruth being closed down by Donzo. Closed down. Donzo's got it going the other way. Donzo has a hit, and he's found the side netting with 10 men. Westchester, in the dying embers of this match, might have found the winner. Huzia Donzo finds the side netting. In the 95th minute, the score is 4-3 Westchester. Donzo shown a yellow card. I'm going to bet that he does not care one bit And now the question is, how much more time will the referee allow this game to continue? The answer is not long at all. Westchester in dramatic fashion, with a man down, the odds stacked against them for a half an hour, find the game winner. Don't go anywhere. We have a trophy presentation to bring you in just a few minutes.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and true experts in Spain and Portugal will ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. The process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform.
Hell of a match. I think both teams are doing really well in regionals. And congratulations, Westchester Predators Majors, on another amateur cup. Thank you. Woo! Congratulations.
Hey, first of all, I want to thank our opponent because that was a hell of a game. We knew we were going to come in, you guys were going to give it to us. So, and I think at halftime it was, these guys never go away. So, you know, we're only as good as you guys are, and we appreciate you guys putting pressure on us all the time. So, Rob knows I love him. I love the club. I love what you guys do as a club. Fairfield's coming in. The club's going to grow. You know, people don't know, but behind the scenes, being Rob trying to do a lot of things together. Benefit his club, as well as our club. So I want to thank you. Rob knows I love him. So
Yeah,
a lot of you players over there, man. I got a lot of respect for you guys as well. I do want to hand this off to our captain, Ms. Robinson. Here you go. You can say something and then go celebrate if you want.
Yeah, guys, second place as a very good team. I wish you guys the best of luck in regional. We play 10 more times this season, I think. We look forward to our next match, guys. Thank you.
Hey, Blaze, when you're ready, can I talk to you?
Hey, Harry. Harry. You gotta put your front seat in the ball.
What's up, man?
Coach, congratulations.
How you doing? How was the call?
Off. I mean,
It was a great game.
well, yeah. We didn't even need me out there,
What a
Coach.
great game.
So it just feels like every time you guys play, it's just electric stuff. You spoke with a lot of respect there, mutual respect about VE and all that they've done.
Yeah.
Could you just tell me just a little bit more about how you guys kind of just always seem to be in finals of any competitions you guys play in each of your respective clubs?
Yeah, I mean, Rob does a great job with that club. I mean, I think if I wasn't with my club, I love what they do over there. They have a great ethnic club, a social club, and they're building a great youth program. They're about to get their turf field in, 2 turf fields, and that's going to help the club as well. But we have players that if they're not playing for us, sometimes they go there and vice versa. And Rob and I have a ton of respect for each other. He does so much for the game, not just with his own club, but at the state level. And even at our local league level, he's on the board and stuff. And he's always given to soccer and his kids. So I want him to know that I have a ton of respect for him, and he knows I love him. So having someone that's always going to challenge you year in and year out is a testament to what he does there. And this is our 5th straight EPSA Amateur Cup. So in a couple weeks, we're going to play them for the Werner Fricker Cup. It's just how it is. And the thing is, they never go away. They're always dangerous with restarts and long throws, and they have height, and they always have great goalkeeping. And we're the national champions of this cup, so we're not going to go away either. And the kid that scored the goal, 18 years old, we had to pick him up, and our center back was late, and I was upset with the center back, but look what ends up happening. The kid came in and played great, and it's always a great game with those guys.
Coach, I'm sure it's not ideal for your blood pressure, but from a neutral perspective, I mean, talk about a roller coaster of a match. Yeah. You guys go down, you go up to, VE comes back, there's a red card. I mean, how were you trying to just settle everything down through this up and down this whole 90 minutes?
Well, we knew that we still had guys on the field that as the game would open up, that we would have a chance to counter. And we've been working hard. We're getting ready for the U.S. Open Cup on Tuesday night against a pro team. So we're working hard, and we expect our guys to be able to deal with adversity. And I was just saying to one of the assistants, Tom Brooks, I'm like, let's keep pushing because I don't want to go another 30 minutes. we had plenty of bench players to bring on, but it was tremendous. What a tremendous game. I can't wait to rewatch it.
It was a pleasure to call. Coach, give me some insight into after that red card.
Yeah.
You didn't really seem to let off at all. Was that more of just gutsy, athleticism from your guys? Was there a tactical shift? What did you do? What did you change after that man was sent off?
So I think we're fit. We train all the time, so we think we're always fitter than the team we're playing against. And we had guys in the right spot. I think that we could handle it. Tino made an amazing save. He had a little bit of a rough night, but he pulled it together to make that great save. It got real big, kept us in it. And then I think we just had the right pieces, and we had enough pieces on the bench that we felt comfortable. And heart of a champion, man. We just know how to do it, I guess. And you need luck too. So some of it was luck. Their goalie made unbelievable saves, and he's a great goalkeeper too. They always have great goalies. So it was tremendous.
One of I dare I say an instant classic here that we just witnessed here at Bryn Athyn College. Your score, Westchester United 4, VE 3, and for how many times in a row have you won?
Fifth.
For the 5th consecutive time, Westchester United are EPSA Amateur Cup champions. Thank you so much for watching this Game in Frame presentation.